What's up, everybody, and welcome to a very special edition of the Classic Chronicle. It is Tuesday as I'm recording this, and I could not let the day slide by without understating how important this day is for myself and other members of the differently able community. It is the 32nd anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act. So, for me, uh, I, I mean, this act is very important to me, man. I've been trying to find the right words to say about it, and I couldn't. So I figure, let me just speak from the heart. So without the Americans with Disabilities Act, I and many others within the differently able community would not be able to function and live normal lives as most of us do. So, I wouldn't be able to go out with friends or freaking just just go out. Period. Because with no accessibility, there would be no way for us to get around, and that would be kind of boring. Because anybody that knows me will tell you that I am not a homebody. I don't like to stay at home. I need to be doing something. If I don't, I'm gonna go stir crazy, and that doesn't work well for anybody else around me. Uh, so, um, so the Americans with Disabilities Act has made it very, very, I shouldn't say totally easy because there is still so much more work to be done. And with I do have a little bit of gripe when it comes to uh, not the act itself, but people that try to try to say that they're more inclusive toward people in the differently able community, but they really aren't. What I mean by that is the fact that when we go out to some places and we always check to make sure that they're ADA accessible. That is not always the case, even though like when you speak to a person, maybe at a restaurant or at a club or whatever it is that you're doing, they say that they are wheelchair accessible and or ADA accessible. So shouldn't say just wheelchair accessible because it uh, affects everybody in the community. But so they say that they are ADA accessible and they aren't. So there is 100 examples of this that I could use, but I'm going to use the one of the most prominent ones I've experienced. Just the fact that I went to this nightclub, Club La Boom, for a wrestling event that my buddy was putting on, and that I was helping promote in a sense. So I had pulled up to the club, and I noticed that there were stairs in the front. So I'm like, okay, maybe there's a way for us to get in. Maybe stairs in the front, cool, no problem. All right, so I look around, and there's no accessible entrance, and I'm like, okay, so how the hell am I gonna get in here? Like, keep in mind, there's like 10 or 12 stairs just to get into the place. So I'm like, how the hell am I gonna get in here? And then uh, apparently there was a freight elevator somewhere way like not I wouldn't say way off from the club, but like it wasn't where it should have been. It was kind of a little bit off the property. So then I'm like, how the hell are we gonna do this? And and what do you call it? So my friend that was there already. He said he had spoken to the guy inside the club and told him about my situation, and the guy said, "Oh, the freight elevator isn't working." So in essentially, they were going to have to I was going to be have to be helped up 12 stairs just to get into the club, and it was ridiculous. Like, luckily, I have a lot of friends within the wrestling community that made it happen for me. But they shouldn't have to. They shouldn't have to like kill themselves to kind of accommodate me when they should. This place that said that they were ADA friendly, and basically lied about it. It's it's just it just makes me kind of upset, but anyway, we got the job done. It was a great show. And man, like I said, there are so many other examples that I could use, like the trains here in New York City. New York is said to be one of the most accessible cities in the world, but not all of our train stations are accessible, and that kind of sucks because gotta in essence we have to figure out if we're taking the train. We have to figure out you know what train what train goes where, and if there's an elevator stop at the station, because if not, then we're pretty much screwed, and another thing is that we need to figure out how to I mean we need to not shut the elevators off at accessible stations after a certain time at night, because like I said, what if what if the person wanted to go out and just do their thing, and they have to freaking figure out another alternative because the elevator on the train is shut down. The bus is reliable sometimes, but that you can't rely on that either. And Uber and Lyft and all these cab services just started with the whole accessibility thing, so it's not a definite thing yet. Um, and plus, it's an arm and a leg to try and get an accessible cab home, especially if you're in the city or you're near Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Trust me, I know that very well. So it's tough, for us to get around, but hopefully, uh, you know, I mean, I can sit here and rattle off all the ways that we need to improve things, but bottom line is, man, if we want to improve things, we need to continue to let our voices be heard, and fight for ourselves. A lot of people in the differently able community are taught to fight for themselves because what if you're not gonna fight for yourself, then other people are not gonna be able to fight for you. So that's one thing I've learned, and another thing I've learned about the ADA and everything like that. It's um, self advocacy, like I said, and then there is um, just the whole thing about getting a job. I wouldn't have the opportunity to have had a job where I was working with such amazing people, and getting the chance to help others and advocate for others if it wasn't for the ADA. So I'm definitely thankful for that. But the job isn't done. Bottom line, and we need to continue to fight, and we will continue to fight until everything is equally accessible. And the dream is to have a barrier-free world, but that the dream is to have a barrier-free world, but the reality is we can't make that happen unless we make it happen. You understand? There's other people there's other people that like I have friends of mine that are able-bodied, and try to include me in every way, shape, or form, and I love them for that, and I will continue to always love them and stuff like that. But the bottom line is, uh, the differently able community we need to rally together and make things happen, much like uh, those in the documentary Crip Camp, and that were able to get the Americans with Disabilities Act signed and into law. But yeah, that is just my thoughts on the ADA, and I leave you with this, man. The ADA is it's an important thing, and I do think we need to educate people more on its importance and what it means, so that way everybody can be a little more understanding. And I know it's gonna be tough, because a lot of people aren't open-minded and understanding. But you know what? We're gonna continue to fight and battle and just do our thing, man. Shout out to all my people in the differently able community and those who are able-bodied that continue to rock with us and treat us normally. Love you guys, and that's just my thoughts, man. Happy 32nd anniversary to the ADA, and man, just gonna continue to fight the good fight. And that's gonna do it for this vlog. Like, subscribe, share, and don't forget to hit that notification button so you don't miss a video. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace and love.